I think if I did it right, she will be on. Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
I am over the moon right now.
I'm sorry if I know it's like a lot. It's
No, it's not. This is hang on, I'm gonna cry a minute.
tears
Okay.
are not a bad thing. That's fine. Where are you in the
How
world right now?
I am in Connecticut. I'm an East
Okay.
Coast girl.
And how is it in Connecticut right now?
It is very cold.
Oh,
And yes, and
understandable.
there is some snow, so you could always come skiing if you wanted.
I love the snow. I love when the snow comes in. It's so nice. But everybody that always lives in the snow is like, please don't. We don't love it as much.
I know, I
Yeah.
know.
Prudence, I wanted to ask you, what does found mean to you?
Well, I actually am a Found fan from the jump. When the show first started last year, I was like, "Oh, this looks really interesting, and let me watch it." And I was hooked right from the very first episode. Um, what it means to me is, and this was something that you touched upon in the last live, or that Sarah had touched upon,
Mhm.
that being a white woman, it's sometimes very difficult to understand the perspective from the Black community. Um, my brother is, well, I call him my brother's son because there's 21 years difference, and I actually raised him. So he has a Black father, but he looks very white. But he married a Black woman, and he now has two young children who look very Black. And I'm very aware of the fact that there's a lot of uh, issues in the world, and I need to be sure that I am educated enough to be able to be a support to them. So watching Found has been a great way to bring that to the forefront, to just be like, look, and like other people have said, it's not about, you can't judge somebody by the color of their skin or by their background. You have to know the person. And what I like about Found is they get in there to know the person, and it doesn't matter where they come from. The team wants to find that person and reunite them. And I think that's a really great message that we need to have in the world as a whole today. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
It's so true. And I think, yeah, it is what I think is so important about the show. Like NK said earlier, it's really bringing attention to these stories that for so long go unspoken about
Yes.
just because of the color of someone's skin.
Yep.
So I think
So,
the show means so much to so many people. And then it's a big awakening for others that don't fully understand. It's
yes.
a good thing for growth and
Yes.
evolution. So
And I think, and I know you're not going to want to hear this, but I
I'm
think
like,
that
uh
you being
oh.
on this show, you are really giving a whole new light to a whole new community of people that may not have looked at the show before you joined.
And I don't, and I like I said with Sarah, I don't think I realized that like this community was going to come with me to the next project, and I'm so grateful they have, and I'm glad that I'm able to use my platform to get everyone. And the show is phenomenal. Let
Danielle,
alone that, yeah, yeah.
Danielle, we're going to follow you wherever. You could go to Mars, and we're going to follow you. It doesn't
That
matter.
would be fun to go to Mars. Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go.
um, Thank you very much for that. Thank you for the
Thank
support
you
and
very
love.
much. This meant more than you know, and I can't wait for the day when I actually can hug you, because our birthdays are actually a week apart. So
Are you a week before or a week
I'm a
after?
week
Okay.
after, and quite a few years, but that's okay.
Nah, 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 nah. That's irrelevant.
But we're gonna meet at a convention one day. But before I go,
Yeah.
I have this running bet going, and if I don't do this on a live with you, I will live to regret it.
Oh no. Yeah.
Do you know who Susan Carrington is from the Fire
Yes.
Nerds?
Yes. Why? Did she
Because
think I
Susan,
don't know who she is?
yes, that is, oh my God, Danielle, that is like our daily joke. We talk every day, and I'm like, well, Danielle knows who you are. She's like, no, she doesn't. I'm like, Susan, she knows who you are. So thank you very much, you Danielle. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You
And here's
validated
proof.
me.
Susan, I know exactly who you are. That's silly that she even said that. She knows I know her. And I'm
See,
glad you
thank
won
you.
that bet.
I knew you weren't going to let me
Yeah.
down. That's what I've been telling her. I'm like, I'm going to prove you wrong, Susan. She's like, no, you're not. I said, okay, we'll find
Yeah,
out.
I'm glad you did.
Thank you. I'm glad you did too.
It was so great talking to you. Stay warm out there in Connecticut.
Yes, and listen, what you did today and what you do every day, you have to always know you are the biggest heart. And we need more of you in the world. Because I'm a person like you where I put myself last and I want to help everybody else. And I think, well, no, I know. That's what drew me to you on station. I listen, when somebody says, where do you know this person from? I'm going to throw it back. I know you from Heroes.
Oh
Like
boy.
that was where yeah. So when you, I mean, I've
I
seen
wasn't
other
nice
things.
to Heroes. I was not
I
nice
know
to
you
Heroes.
weren't, but listen, you were a cheerleader and I like the cheerleaders, whether good or bad, it doesn't matter. But that's, and I followed you, not faithfully like I do now, but I followed you and I was kind of watching station and I ended up having a really lot of trauma that happened. And I know a lot of the fans say this, but I had back-to-back traumas where I lost my dad suddenly. I lost my grandmother who raised me 2 months later. And I was in a dark place and it was a bad breakup with my ex. And I was down and I was ready. I was ready to go. And I said, well, I want to go out on a high note. And I pulled up YouTube videos of Maya and Karina. And I said, oh, you know what? Let me watch this one. And then it led to, let me watch this one. And I credit you and Stefania, the characters, but the two of you, because just watching that made me put down the knife. And then I was like, well, I want to know more about them. And here I am. And here I am talking to you. And here I am writing Marina fanfic. And here I am cheering you on this new television show and on every new adventure that you're about to go on. I am your cheerleader, Danielle, and I will be forever. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing that entire growth that you had. I'm sorry you lost. You said was it your father and your
Yeah.
grandmother? I'm sorry you lost them. I'm sorry you went through such a tough
Yeah,
time, but I'm so happy you're where you're at now.
I am.
And I'm so grateful to be a part of this community that continues. It's just it's, and if it just can keep growing,
Yes.
like positive and
Yes.
leading with kindness and being friends with each other and just trying our best to be the best versions we can for other people. I just think it means
That's
a lot.
it. And honestly, that's what Found does. It brings out the best in people.
Yep.
And it brings out every episode, even though Heather's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. It's okay. We're all down for it. It's still going to bring out the best in the rest of the team and everybody else. So ultimately, sometimes being bad is really a good thing.
And I'll leave it with this too. Like I just watched these two episodes back to back and I got emotional during both, but the parts that really made me the most emotional were the fact that the team was helping Margaret. The
Yes.
fact that they set up the camera, like all of it is always emotional, but that caught me. Like they set
Yep.
up the camera because she got kicked out,
Yep.
and then knowing that the camera feed went away, and then she's
Yep.
staring at the wall and she's like, why can't you find my
Yep.
son?
Yep.
Like, and but they're such a family and such a team. So let alone they're solving, either finding missing people and people in need that are forgotten by society, they're also there for each other. And
Exactly.
it's just if the world could be more like that, I mean,
Yep.
it's a world I want to live in. So
Absolutely. Me too. So we'll live in it together. We'll go skiing.
yeah.
I'll cook for you. We'll go to Mars. We'll find everybody. It'll be a big happy party.
I like Mars. I'm excited for the Mars part.
All right.
Well, it was very nice talking to you.
We'll
And
meet again.
hopefully one day we'll get to do that hug.
We will. And it's going to be a great hug because I'm a great hugger too. So
I
be
love
prepared.
hugging.
Thank you so
Well,
much, Danielle. This
absolutely.
this meant more to me than you're going to know until you meet me. And then you're going to go, oh, now I get it. Okay.
Well, I'm glad. It meant a lot to me too. And thank you.
Thank you. Peace, blessings, and all the goodness in the world to you.
You as
I
well.
really bless you so much.
You as well.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
See, I'm like you.
I
I
don't
do lives. I
get it
take it
either. Like,
out.
I don't know.
I
It
don't.
puts you in like a tough position because I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. I do this.
It's
I
okay though.
started
What I
this,
was gonna do is I was gonna bring 3 people on, and you're the third. So I'm gonna say
and my
goodbye. I'm gonna.
birthday is the
Oh,
third. So this is like
September 3rd. Look at
it's
that.
kismet.
So
Yes.
I'm going to say goodbye to you. I'm gonna watch episode 8,
Yep.
and then I'll come back on right before episode 9 airs. Get to say hello before episode 9 airs, and then we'll go from there. So it was great talking to you. I'll make it easy because I'll hang up for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I
I
have
love you for that.
technology issues too. Bye.
Bye.